So it blows my mind that in 2019, currently, harder things to do for at least a large number of people on the globe is monetizing content on the internet. So you find a lot of people that actually actively use social media, but they don't know how to make money from that because they just don't have access to. Some have no access to banks, others just have no access to the different platforms that are limited to different countries. Maybe you don't have Google Ads in your country, so you don't have a way to promote your content. And just the technicality involved in understanding these things, it takes a lot of reading and a lot of research. I've been down that road, and it's absolutely insane. There's a lot of material that you have to read. So this extremely excites me when I find platforms that are built on top of the blockchain that are actually making it that easy to monetize your content. And it only depends on how hard you work and how much you put out there. If people like what you put out there, they'll tip you. They'll give you money for your content. Immediately, you literally get instant payments for what you put out there. So the whole essence of these videos are going to be about which platforms are actually bringing us the new age of web monetization. So stay tuned. Let's jump right into our first video. So now, assuming that at this point you have an idea of what blockchain technology is, we're going to go through our first platform, which is the Brave browser. Now, as I explained before, the blockchain technology bears a financial aspect to it, which people refer to as cryptocurrencies. Now, the Brave browser, that's based off its outlay is based off the Chromium, Google Chrome. So if you want to move from Google Chrome to Brave, it makes it really easy. Now, this browser is attached to a native cryptocurrency. So in other words, it has its underlying currency, which is called a basic attention token. So just think of it as Bitcoin. You have one Bitcoin, you have two Bitcoins, you have three Bitcoins. Now with Brave browser, you have a number of their tokens that are listed on their blockchain. So the users of this browser, they get paid in these basic attention tokens. So you can get paid one basic attention token, two basic attention tokens, and they have a large supply. Don't know the exact number, but it's more than 100 million tokens. So this means the browser has its own financial system linked onto it. So it means if you want to pay someone, if you want to compensate a writer or content creator online, it makes it really easy. That's the amazing part about this technology, and especially this browser that has harnessed this technology for the benefit of humanity or anyone that chooses to use it. Anyway, so this browser was founded by Brendan Eich, and the CTO is Brian Bondi. And you see, it was launched on May 28, 2015. Now, Brendan Eich, this guy is spectacular because he's the founder of Mozilla Firefox. If you remember that browser, everyone knows Firefox. A lot of you, I know, still use it. So he's the founder of that browser. So that brings us off to a good start. Remember, cryptocurrency is also largely based on speculation. So this browser being based having a native cryptocurrency called basic attention token, the idea to some people could be that, okay, if I acquire a couple of basic attention tokens, maybe in the future they would have increased in value, and some people can speculate on that. But you all know this channel is not about speculation, it's all about putting in the work. So let's move on. As you can see here, these are a few things I wrote about them. They're very compliant with regulations. They're always on top of the news. And the whole essence of Brave browser is to block ads. So they have a very sophisticated web tracking system that tracks out for all these systems that are meant to monitor your activity on the internet. Now it just clamps onto these systems and uses a smart algorithm to get rid of the ads. So as you're browsing with the Brave browser, you're literally not disturbed by any ads. Nothing comes up. That's pretty amazing. So the whole point, the reason why they did that is that they have this frugal business system. So what happens as you're browsing the internet, they scrap off all the ads from any website, so you don't get to see any ads. And what happens is that it's like they're a Netflix of ads. So they have their own storage of ads or advertisements. So you, as you're using the browser, you can choose which ads you want to receive and how frequently do you want to receive any. But and you receive them as a notification on your Windows, and they don't disturb you. So you can receive, if you choose to receive like 7 in an hour, you get like one every couple of minutes, and you almost never notice it. And you get excited to click on the ads. Why? Because when you click on the ads, you actually get paid a couple of cents into your Brave browser. You actually get paid for viewing these ads. So that's a very compelling, attractive, and competitive advantage. And because the Brave browser has a fast blockchain, it's possible to receive these payments really fast. And then they have periods when you get your payouts. And the amazing thing is that you can withdraw these tokens, convert them to Bitcoin, convert them to another currency. Even for some countries that easily allow, you can export them to an exchange, convert them to Bitcoin or any other currency, and convert them to your local currency and use them and spend them on your day-to-day lives. So I think this is pretty amazing. Here we so you can use Brave browser on your website. If you have a website or any website, that it's that easy. You have a website online, people can tip you for your content. You can be tipped on your YouTube channel if you find someone that's a verified website, a Brave browser user. You can be tipped on Twitch, Twitter, Vimeo, GitHub, Reddit, and Reddit. Those are the current platforms. But if they're supporting websites, that's pretty massive. And this is briefly to show you what you'd go through. So basically, first you have to download the Brave browser. You can use the link. You'll see this link in the description in this video. You can download it, and then you'll see the screen. And this link is going to be my affiliate link. And if you use this link, you'll be doing me a great favor. I wouldn't even know how to thank you, because it'll contribute a little to my channel. That would then help me to continue producing this content for you guys. And just go through this link. That would be amazing. So anyway, when you download the Brave browser, you see these two icons here. This looks like a lion. Now this is an ad blocker, and this is a triangle. This represents your wallet. Now you'll click this triangle. You'll be given what they call a mnemonic seed phrase. Now a mnemonic seed phrase is a 12-word phrase, basically 12 words, 24 words. So this browser, I think, give you 24 words. Now these words, mnemonic seed phrases, what they do is that they link you to the blockchain, or they are your password to your wallet, to your blockchain. So these words are converted to what is called a private key, and that private key is attached to your public key. Now your public key, think of your public key as your bank account. Now your bank account, or your public key in this case, is where if you receive payments, that's where your money goes. If people are to send you tips, they can send them straight to your address, and then you can use this address to, it's like your bank account basically, but it's attached onto the blockchain. So these 12 words will generate what basically these 24 words, that you get, no one has to see them. They're very private. These 24 words actually represent your password, your bank password. If someone has these words, the money is no longer yours. So keep those as a secret, and store those. Just pretty much just follow the instructions as the browser says, and you'll understand. If you want to read more on this, you can follow. I'll post this document in the link in the description at some point after this video has been out for a couple of days, and you can get to see, or you can just read up some of these things, and you understand better what they mean. And then for publishers out there, the Brave browser has this thing called Brave Rewards. Now you can, in the link in the description in this video, you can click on this link and you'll be taken to Brave Rewards, and you can check out, you can sign in. It has a really cool signing process. You type in your email, they send you a link to your email address, you click that link, and it brings you back to your open inbox. And that's pretty amazing for safety. So you know your money's safe. As a content creator, you don't want someone to possibly steal your money because it's on the blockchain, it's on the internet. But I particularly like these technologies because since you're dealing with money, people's people's actual earned money, there's security. And on that topic of security, let's look at this thing called the two-factor authentication. Now, the two-factor authentication is for example, if you log on to an email and the email asked you to put in 4 digits, so those 4 digits would mean that you put in your password first, and then you put in these 4 digits or numbers, and it authenticates that indeed you're the one. Now, the two-factor authentication, if you can download this application and you'll be able to see it. Basically, it syncs with the internet. So as you log into a website, they ask you for a two-factor authentication. You type in the 6 digits that they ask for. It will sync with the app on your phone, and you'll be able to get in. Now, you have to be careful when you get this two-factor authentication. You have to just like the 24 words that you have to hide. With the two-factor authentication, you'll be given a barcode, and oh man, I almost knocked my mic over. So you're given a barcode, and you're given a phrase. Now you have to, if you can't store the barcode, if you don't know how to store it, at least copy that phrase and lock it away. It also has to be safe. Now, the reason why you have to store that phrase is because if you lose your phone, you can have access to your two-factor authentication. You just need that phrase and it's back, and then you can log into your website. Just like the 24 words, if you lose your wallet, if you're not using your computer and you're using a different browser, if you have those words, you can activate your wallet just like that from anywhere in the world. So in the future, they're going to have advertising. So in other words, people will be able to sell their ads online, promote their content. It's amazing. So here in the article, I just briefly show a picture of the platforms they support. They support websites, they support YouTube channels, Twitch, Twitter, Vimeo, Reddit, GitHub. And here, obviously, it's not completely perfect because there's some criticisms here. Now, the browsers has come under criticism, especially with their business savvy tactics in the way they scrap ads from other websites only to favor their own ads. But that's more of a business strategy. It doesn't really affect the end user, because the whole point of Brave Browser is to eliminate third parties. Because when you look at platforms like PayPal, if you have to receive payments through PayPal and you have to send them to, let's say, Vimeo. Vimeo is another web money transfer service. These are owned by the same company, but to transfer money from your PayPal to your Vimeo, it has to go through your bank. Then from your bank, it goes to your Vimeo. So these processes are way too long. They take they take way too much time, and they're not flexible enough. So the Brave browser irons out that, and you find that the fact that they kick out third parties, it eliminates the time it takes to transfer money, and it eliminates unnecessary costs. So it's very cheap to get paid in these basic attention tokens, and it's very easy to send them to another person. As I said, for advertisers, it's going to there's more information on the website, and you follow the link in the description in the video, you'll be able to go to look at their section about advertisers, people that want to advertise. You sign in with, you don't sign in, you register with your email, and as they come up with information in the future, they will be sending you notifications. So in this article that I wrote, in my conclusion is like, this is a major step towards the right direction in the whole cryptocurrency and digital finance space. So technologies such as these bringing real world use cases with real world returns that can drive real world innovation and creativity through a globally activated monetary system. And I have a disclaimer here. I have no affiliations with the Brave browser whatsoever. Neither do I have any personal motive towards the promotion of the basic attention token, which is the underlying cryptocurrency on the blockchain, the Brave browser blockchain. So this is purely a subjective view of the evolution of digital technologies that I believe that are already impacting the globe on a massive scale. So in the next part, I'm going to actually show you the practicalities of how I actually use Brave browser, or how it actually looks like. Stay tuned.